Today I have the pleasure of welcoming two members from Gilbert and Sullivan Opera Victoria. They are Naomi Tooby and Robert Ray, and they're here to talk about the company's first production for the year. It's the delightful and well-loved musical comedy, The Arcadians. Welcome to you both, Naomi and Robert.
Hello, Jane. Hi.
Hello, Joan. Thanks for having us.
Oh, it's a pleasure. It really is. Now, Robert, I remember, this is going to age us both, I remember talking with you back in 2010 when you directed another production of The Arcadians. And although that does seem a lifetime ago, which it is, to be able to introduce it to a brand new audience must be so exciting for you.
Yes, it is. It's very exciting. We did it. We had a great success with it in 2010. We took it to England, to the Gilbert and Sullivan Festival there in Buxton, and we were declared the hit of the festival. And we were a bit bold, taking Coles to Newcastle, and it's remained part of the society's history. And people kept on saying, "When are you going to do Arcadians again? When are you going to?" And so here we are, 16 years later, doing it again.
Oh, how lovely. It's so exciting too. And Naomi, you are directing this with Robert, and you were in that production back in 2010.
Yes. So Robert and I worked together about this time last year, and when he suggested that we do Arcadians this year together, it was a pretty easy yes from me because I had so much fun doing it in 2010.
It must be lovely revisiting it too. You know, sort of, and the fun you had then, you're able to, and then you can sit back and watch the others, organise them to get on with the production, and you can remember how it all was.
Yes, yeah. So we have a couple of returning cast members, some in different roles, but I think that speaks to the kind of fun of the piece that people wanted to be a part of it again, that everyone was keen to come back and enjoy it again. Yeah,
you didn't have anybody saying, no, I don't want to do that again. They probably jumped on board and said yes.
Yes, absolutely. I think well overdue. We were expecting a 5-year reunion, but we've had to wait 15 years, but that's okay.
It's okay. And you'll probably get just as good response from your audiences when you go, we'll get to that when you go out onto the round will be your next stop at the Round Theatre in Nunawading.
We're currently in production at the Nose, which is an outdoor venue, a lovely garden. Maybe Robert can...
Right, yes. But we're looking forward to moving into the Round. We're a slightly different version. Of course, we're doing the one in the garden, but in the Round we use a lot of projections, which we can't, of course, do in the garden. So for anybody that's seen it in the garden, if they come also to the Round, they'll see, a slightly different show.
Yes.
And it'll be rain-free.
Oh, yes. I know we were talking before, Naomi, that you were rather concerned about the rain when you were up at the Know, whether it was going to pelt down halfway through.
Yes, we were lucky though. It sort of held off. The couple of scenes in the show about weather were very well received by the crowd, particularly the one line, "It's about to pour," and everyone sort of glanced upwards.
And had a good chuckle.
We actually have a rainstorm in the show.
Oh, right.
Yes, so we didn't want it to be literal, but it almost was.
Yes, what would you do in cases like that if you're out in the...
You may well ask. I don't think we really have an answer. We just, pray, I suppose.
Yes,
that's all we can do.
Fingers crossed, that's all you can do.
Yeah, a couple of times we've delayed into sort of flexible interval periods.
Yes.
But on the whole, people have been happy to sort of sit in a bit of mild rain. There's a lovely tree that the audience are mainly protected from. It's mainly the cast that gets the brunt of the weather.
Funny about that.
It reminds you why they build theatres.
Yeah, exactly, yes. Oh, yes, you're at least, you might hear the rain if you're in a theatre. You can hear it on the roof, but you're nice and dry.
Yes.
Yes, never mind. Now, you have joined with Robert to do this play, Naomi. So perhaps for those of us, or for those people who may not know the story of the Arcadians, are you able to sort of set the scene for us?
Yeah, so there's a couple of things going on here. It's sort of two almost intertwining love farces. We've got Jim Smith, who is a restaurant proprietor and plane enthusiast crash lands his plane in Arcadia. And the Arcadians are so horrified by this wicked, lying Londoner that they dunk him down their well of truth and turn him into a young, beautiful Arcadian like them, to take them back to London, so to help them convert the rest of the savages.
Oh, right.
And he, of course, bumps into his wife, who doesn't recognise him, and there's a bit of a plot line between the two of them. And then we've got another young couple that meet at the Ascot races, and a sort of will they, won't they, keep kind of bumping into various misunderstandings, and the Arcadians help them figure it all out.
Oh, so it's got a lovely message, and it's a very light, happy production, isn't it, really?
Yes, yeah, plenty of laughs and
Yes.
enjoyment all the way through.
Now, I had a look online at a couple of the rehearsals, and the costumes were spectacular, the one that I saw, and there was a scene, and so was the singing too, I might say, but there was a scene I was watching, I think it might be called the Ascot races scene, and I saw that the costumes were very similar to what they had in the Ascot scene in My Fair Lady, and they really were beautiful. And I thought, my goodness, they're so clever to be able to move around so gracefully and sing at the same time and look just beautiful. So that was the Londoners, I guess, dressed that way, whereas the Arcadians, they would be dressed in more flowing gowns and that sort of thing, would they?
Well, yes. I mean, there's actually a joke in the show when the Arcadians arrive in London at the Ascot races. They say, we must help them with their dress sense. How ludicrous they look to the Arcadians, in their big picture hats and so forth. So that's rather a bit of a joke. And the Arcadians, of course, come straight from Arcady, and they're dressed in the appropriate sort of Grecian type tunics.
Yes. Oh, so two totally different.
Yes,
absolutely.
Yes.
And I bet they're very colourful. The Arcadians would look very colourful too.
Yes, so for this production, our costume designer, Helen Ebsworthy, has taken a lot of inspiration from the kind of natural side of Arcadia, being, the Arcadians are all into the babbling brook and, crowning their locks with flowers, so the costumes reflect that.
Yes, that's
whereas
what I pictured.
The London scene at the Ascot races is very reminiscent of
Yes, it appeared
kind of
to
My
me
Fair
to
Lady.
be very My Fair Lady-ish.
Yes, one writer wondered whether Cecil Beaton had indeed seen the Arcadians. They wondered, because it was very similar in the feel and the style of My Fair Lady is very similar.
And actually it's lovely, though, to have that contrast in this play, like the Arcadians looking very ethereal, for want of a better word.
And rustic.
Then the Londoners looking very posh.
Exactly, and I think that's one of the kind of themes of this show as well. And then Act 3 is a bit of a combination of both.
Oh, well, there you go.
And what brings this out is it was actually had two composers, Howard Talbot and Lionel Monckton, and they both bring Howard Talbot's music is closer to the operatic, and Lionel Monckton's is closer to the musical comedy and the music hall. So, and they both represent the Londoners and the Arcadians. So this is a beautiful contrast that works wonderfully well.
It'd be beautiful to listen to.
It is. It's glorious.
Absolutely gorgeous. How many do you have in the cast?
We have 16 in our cast.
Oh, well, it's a good number.
Yes, yes.
Probably wouldn't want too many more, I guess.
Especially for the size stage that we have in the garden. It's probably getting up to the maximum.
And it'd be just comfortable at the round anyway with that number on stage.
Yes.
I think, because I've seen a few shows at the round, which is a fabulous venue. I haven't been to the No, but at the Round Theatre is fabulous.
Yes, it's very comfortable there.
Very comfortable.
I think it's the best foyer in Melbourne.
Wonderful,
the foyer
isn't
is
it?
fabulous, yes.
Oh, absolutely great.
Yes.
And it's so big too.
And of course you've got all that car parking there as well, which makes it very easy.
Oh, it's a good night out,
Yes,
really.
yes.
It's just lovely. So now you are already in production, of course, and you opened your season on the 28th of February at the No in Sassafras, which was a perfect location, really, for this whimsical comedy, really, isn't it? Well, it's how.
Yeah, I mean, the photos that we have from the production in the garden, it just suits it so well. Everything looks beautiful.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think we can say that the Dandenongs are the Arcadia of Melbourne. I think we can say that.
That's right.
Robert's not biased at all.
No.
I think you should be very proud of living up there because it looks just beautiful. And now you're about to go to the round, as we said, and that's located at 397 Whitehorse Road in Nunawading. And that's another fabulous venue, as we said, and the season runs there from Friday the 13th of March at 8 p.m. On Saturday the 14th, you've got 2 shows, 2 p.m. and 8 p.m. And then on Sunday the 15th will be the final show at 2 p.m. And then you're off to, on Sunday the 22nd of March, you're off to the Queenscliff Town Hall, which is in 50 Learmonth Street in Queenscliff, and you'll be doing your very final performance at 2 p.m. that day. So you've still got quite a bit coming up, haven't you?
Yes. So we're the Gilbert and Sullivan Opera of Victoria, and we do like to take our shows beyond Melbourne.
Yes.
And it's great to be able to share them with
I think it's lovely to be able to share them with people because it's lovely. It's great for you and it's great for the audience out in those areas. They would love something like this.
Yes, and we took a production of The Mikado there last year and I think it was very well received.
It would be very well received, absolutely, because it's just, anything like that. I mean, back in the day, I did we didn't travel like that, but I was with a smaller Gilbert and Sullivan Society that did more shows like The Mikado and Pirates and Pinafore. They were such fun. They really were.
Yeah, I think audiences that enjoy Gilbert and Sullivan will enjoy the Arcadians. It's a lot of similar humour, similar music. Yeah.
Oh, I think they certainly will. Well, now, I just want to thank you both so much for coming in and because you've got very busy schedules, both of you at the moment, haven't you? You must be run off your feet. But it's been lovely to be able to catch up and to hear about how well the Arcadians is going at the moment. And obviously it's being enjoyed by your audiences so far, and it will continue to be enjoyed. I'm quite sure of that. So I just want to say on behalf of everyone here, I want to wish you both, your cast and crew, everyone connected with the production, chookers for a successful season with the Arcadians.
Thank you, Joan. Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Oh, thank you. It was a pleasure.